This hit that ice cold. Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, violin, living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, hey, hey. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Hot dance. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Hot dance. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Hot dance. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Hot dance. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna kick my feet up, then stare at the fan. Turn the TV on, throw my hand in my pants. Nobody's gonna tell me I can't. Nah, I'll be lounging on the couch, just chilling in my Snuggie. Click to MTV so they can teach me how to Dougie. Cause in my castle, I'm the freaking man. Oh, yes, I said it. I said it. I said it cause I can. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. Nothing at all. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Nothing at all. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Tomorrow I'll wake up, do some P90X, meet a really nice girl, have some really nice sex, and she's gonna scream out, "This is great."
Oh my God, this is great.
Yeah, I might mess around and get my college degree. I bet my old man will be so proud of me. But sorry, Pops, you'll just have to wait. Oh, yes, I said it. I said it. I said it cause I can. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just want like to win anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
So our schools division superintendent, Dr. Jenelyn A. Aleman, SO6. To our ASDSS, or Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Raymond M. Salvador, SO6. And Dr. Jerry C. Buquintito, SESI. To our SGOD Chief, Dr. J. A. Abduhan. To our CID Chief, Dr. Juliet A. Magallanes. To our Administrative Officer 5, Ma'am Zinaida Imago. To our Senior Education Program Specialist, Sir Venzer B. Manila Jr., to our Education Program Supervisor, Sir Antonio O. Ganub, to our Education Program Specialist 2, Ma'am Armelina Cibalios, and to our Human Resource Management Officer 2, Ma'am Eva G. Castro, to the Schools Division Office, to our participants, a rainy morning to everyone. So before we proceed to our program proper, let's have first our preliminaries.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Hayang pag-ibig, telas na sigahanan, alam ng puso, sa likid mo'y buhay. Lupang binigang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka masisingin, sa nagatang tutok ng simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula ang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y nagbukay na nag-iinit, ang pituloy na kalong niyang kailan pa may dilatitinig. Ikaw ng walang pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling ko. Ang ligaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let us bow bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today. May you bestow your guidance and blessings so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. Bless everyone who are present here today, that each one of us may be able to share our knowledge, understanding, and wisdom for your glory and honor. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We all ask of this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
With fair shores and mountains filled with treasures, a rich land where dreams unfold. Its people marching on to progress, hearts undaunted, brave and true. Hand in hand with brother Filipinos, Zambu Sur will make you great. We'll work unceasing without relenting, for country's might you can count on us. With fair shores and mountains filled with treasures, a rich land where dreams unfold. Its people marching on to progress, hearts and daughters brave and true. Hand in hand with brother Filipinos, Zambu Sur will make you great. Work exceeding without relying, for country's might you can count on us. Come to beautiful Zamboanga Sur, we'll come to God's great gift given to man. Share our joys and sorrows, join in the making of the wondrous land. Zamboanga Sur, the bountiful, fill out thy own heart, spirit and soul. We will live for you, we will die for you. Here is its arms Zamboanga Sur. Come to beautiful Zamboanga Sur, welcome to God's great gift given to man. Share our joys and sorrows, join in the making of the wondrous land. Zamboanga Sur, the bountiful, fill out thy own heart, spirit and soul. We will live for you, we will die for you. Here is its arms Zamboanga Sur.
Once again, good morning everyone. So it's a rainy day here in Cavite City. And welcome sa for our qualified applicants for the non-teaching positions. And before we proceed, let me share to you a quote by Barbara Corcoran. She said, finding opportunity is a matter of believing it's there. So I believe this is the new opportunity for all of us here on the platform today. And without further ado, let's call in our education program supervisor, Dr. Antonio Ogano, for our discussion proper.
They need a time to do the presentation on the steps that should be followed on our applicants for these non-teaching positions. But before I will proceed to the gist of my presentation, allow me first to give the best of my morning greetings to our officials in the top management, to our schools division superintendent, Dr. Jenilyn A. Aliman, to our two assistant schools division superintendents, Dr. Raymond Salvador, CESO 6, and Dr. Jerry Sibuking CESE. And to our two chiefs, no, first, our SCOD chief, Dr. Gay Abduhan, and to our CID chief, Dr. Juliet A. Magallanes. And of course, allow me also to give the best of my morning greetings to all the members of the HRMPSB of the schools division of Zamboanga del Sur. We also have with us this morning our taking charge of the technical side of this orientation, Sir John Ray and Sir Mamart. To all the applicants joining with us in this online orientation, I hope that most of the participants are now present in the platform so that you will be guided on what steps should you take in order for your application to run smoothly. So, and to all, everyone present in the platform, good morning once again. So welcome to the online orientation of applicants for non-teaching positions. So the objectives in this particular orientation is to demonstrate the understanding of the non-teaching selection process based on the guidelines for the recruitment, selection, and appointment as indicated in Decade Order number 7, series of 2023. So it is expected that after the conduct of this online orientation, all the applicants will be guided on the guidelines for the recruitment, selection, and appointment per Decade Order number 7, series of 2023. And it is also very important for them to have this fundamental knowledge on the criteria and point system that will be used during the open ranking of qualified applicants. So it is very clearly stated in the second objective that the process will be done in open ranking. And this open ranking shall be joined by all the qualified applicants. And for the third objective that we have is to uphold the principles of transparency, merit, fitness, competence, equal opportunity, transparency, and accountability pursuant to the DepEd merit selection plan. So I hope that all of us are already in tune for listening all the important things that will be presented this morning so that all the applicants will be guided on what they will do so that they will be walking through the right path towards the success of this of their respective applications. So now we got qualified for the position. For example, now you are already considered as qualified applicant for the position. Now you should know how you will be going, how will you get the points for your qualifications. So it is this particular information that can be seen on screen right now has also been indicated in the division memorandum issued for this purpose. That we have this vacant plantilla position in which the salary grade of this is ranging from salary grade 1 to salary grade 9. So we have this vacant position for administrative assistant 2 or the disbursing officer. So the salary grade for this position is salary grade 8 and the qualification standards for this position is we have the education, completion of 2-year studies in college. This is the education qualification for administrative assistant 2. And for training, the requirement is 4 hours of relevant training. Then for experience, they need to have this 1 year of relevant experience. And for the eligibility, they need to submit the Civil Service Commission sub-professional or first level eligibility. So that is for administrative assistant 2 or disbursing officer. And the second item that is vacant is the administrative assistant 3 or senior bookkeeper. So this is the salary grade for this position is salary grade 9. So one step higher than salary grade 8 or the administrative assistant 2. So for the qualification standards for this position, we have education, completion of 2 years studies in college. And for training, 4 hours of relevant training. And for experience for this position, 1 year of relevant experience. And for eligibility, they need to pass the Civil Service Commission sub-professional or first level eligibility. So that is for the position of administrative assistant 3 or senior bookkeeper. So let's now move forward to the third vacant position for administrative aid 3. So this administrative aid 3 has a salary grade of 3. Salary grade 3 and the qualification standards for this particular position for education, completion of 2 years studies in college. And for training, non-required, no training is required. No experience also is being required, but the applicant has to submit the result of the Civil Service Commission sub-professional or first level eligibility. So that is for administrative aid 3. So for the position of administrative aid 4, the salary grade for this item is salary grade 4. And the qualification standards for this are for education, completion of 2 year studies in college. Then for training, and no required training for this position, no required experience also for this position, and for eligibility, the applicant should pass the Civil Service Commission sub-professional or first level eligibility. Okay, so that is for administrative aid 4. Let's now move forward to the position, the next vacant position, administrative aid for 6, administrative aid 6. So the salary grade for this position is salary grade 6. And the qualification standards for education, completion of 2 year studies in college, then for training, no training is required for this position, and also no experience is also required for this position, but for eligibility, the applicant should be a passer of the Civil Service Commission sub-professional or first level eligibility. For the vacant position that the salary grade is ranging from 10 to 15, so the position is PDO 1 or Project Development Officer 1. The salary grade for this position is salary grade 11, in which the qualification standards are the following. For education, the applicant must be a bachelor's degree relevant to the job, and no training required. There will be no experience required, but the applicant should be a passer of Civil Service Commission professional or second level eligibility. For the next vacant position, we have the Registrar 1. So the salary grade for this position is salary grade 11. And these are the following qualification standards. For education, the applicant must be a graduate of bachelor's degree relevant to the job. And for the training, no training is required for this position. There will also be no experience being required for this position, but the applicant should be a passer of the Civil Service Commission professional or second level eligibility. So the next vacant position is the Project Development Officer 2 or PDO 2. The salary grade for this item is salary grade 15. And the qualification standards are the following. For education, the applicant must be a graduate of bachelor's degree relevant to the job. And for training, he should, or the applicant should have 4 hours of relevant training, 1 year of relevant experience, and a passer of Civil Service Commission professional or second level eligibility. So those are the minimum qualification standards for the vacant positions that are being shown on screen. So let's now move forward to the criteria and point system. So I'm expecting that you guys will remember that the content of this particular slide is one of the objectives that we have just presented a minute past. So the criteria and point system. So this is referring to the hiring and promotion to non-teaching, related teaching, and school administration positions. So very particular criteria will cover the hiring and promotion to non-teaching, related teaching, and school administration positions. So I wanted to look at education. So the first criterion is education. So education units and or degree relevant to the position to be filled exceeding the minimum qualification requirements as defined in the Civil Service Commission approved qualification standard. So that US is referring to the qualification standards by the Civil Service Commission. So for the second, we have the training. First is education. Second is training. So these training hours relevant to the position to be filled, exceeding the minimum qualification requirements as defined in the Civil Service Commission approved qualification standards, acquired after the last promotion, but within the last 5 years. So you should take note of this. If you have this training, you should see to it that the training that you will attach in your document are those trainings that are acquired after the last promotion, but within the last 5 years. So I hope that it is clear. So for experience, as the third criterion, no, this experience is relevant to the position to be filled. So any experience that are not relevant should not be counted because it is very clear that the experience should be relevant to the position to be filled, exceeding the minimum qualification requirements as defined in the Civil Service Commission approved qualification standards. So that is ETE. ETE stands for education, training, and experience. So after evaluating the documents of the education, training, and experience, the evaluators will now proceed to your performance. So this performance based on submitted performance rating covering 1 year or 12 months performance in the current or previous job or position relevant to the position to be filled. So for after looking at your documents for your performance, the evaluator now will move forward to your outstanding accomplishments acquired after the last promotions. Now, acquired after the last promotion. So it is very clear. So after the outstanding accomplishment will be the application of education, and still this application of education credited for this will be the application that you have done that is being acquired after the last promotion. So after the last promotion. So for application of learning and development, this learning and development is referring to the trainings that you have attended. So for the application of learning and development, it should be acquired also after the last promotion and for potential measured using other evaluative assessments. So what you can see on screen are the definitions on the criteria that should be followed in the ranking process. So in terms of its detailed explanation on how these trainings will be done or will be implemented, the next slides, the contents of the next slides will give the explanations in its respective criterion. So this is it now.
For principal features of the new recruitment, selection, and appointment or RSA guidelines, it is explained here that for ETE, yung sinabi ko kanina na ETE, referring to education, training, and experience, so the points for ETE corresponding to the applicant's qualifications exceeding the qualification standards shall be computed using the increments table and the rubrics for computation of points for education, training, and experience provided in the RSA guidelines. So it is stated in the definition, it is talking about increment table and the rubrics. This table, this increments table will be discussed in the next slides. So only those qualifications that are relevant to the position to be filled shall be given points. So this particular statement has been highlighted that only those qualifications that are relevant to the position to be filled shall be given points. So that is for ETE or education, training, and experience. So for the application of education, so the definition of this is the premium is given to an applicant who has successfully applied the learnings gained from the said form of education. So this will be explained in the next slides. So the application of education must have led to significant positive results in the applicant's current or previous work. So that is for application of education. For application of L&D or applications of the trainings that are being attended by the applicants, so the definition of this is it should be proven success of the learnings gained from the human resource development or HRD interventions done or attended by the applicant, which must have led to significant positive results in their current or previous work. So that is for application of L&D or learning and development. So for the point system, referring to non-teaching positions, we have here the criteria on the first column, then breakdown of points. Under breakdown of points, we have two columns, segregating salary grade 1 up to 9 and salary grade 10 up to 22. So for salary grade 1 up to 9, for education, the point that will be given for education is 5, and for salary grade 10 to 22, still 5. For training, 5 for salary grade 1 to 9, 5 points. But for salary grade 10 to 22, training is given the point of 10. 10 ang salary grade 10 to 22. For experience, for salary grade 1 to 9, the point that will be given is 20. And for salary grade 10 to 22, it will gain 15 points. For performance, for salary grade 1 to 9, the point that will be credited for this is 20. And for salary grade 10 to 22, also 20. For outstanding accomplishments, the same lang ang salary grade 1 to 9 and 10 to 22. The point for this is 10. For application of education, the same 10. For application of learning and development, still 10. And for potential, it would cover the written test, the behavioral event interview, and the work sample test. And they got the same points for salary grade 1 to 9 and salary grade 10 to 22. The same 20 points. The total of this is 100 points. That is for the point system for the non-teaching positions. Now, let's do the simulation. So we have here 3 applicants for the position, and the DepEd, just like what we are doing now, DepEd is looking for an administrative assistant to or bookkeeper. This is the situation that we have to go through along with the presentation that I will be presenting to you at this very moment. So we have 3 applicants for administrative 2. administrative assistant 2 or bookkeeper, we have the first applicant is Durian, the second applicant is Mangustin, and the third applicant is Chico. So there are 3 qualified applicants for the vacant position of administrative assistant 2 or bookkeeper. So I want you to listen and focus on how the documents of these 3 applicants are being evaluated by the members of the evaluating team. Okay, so yeah, again, the school division office is recruiting for an administrative assistant to or bookkeeper. So the qualification standards for this, what you can see on screen are based from the Civil Service Commission. No, this data is coming from the Civil Service Commission. No? So the position or title is Administrative Assistant to or Bookkeeper. Plantilla item number included in the data. OFET Dex B ADAS to 456-2018. The salary grade for this item or position is A. The monthly salary is 18,998. The qualification standards based from the civil service for education 2 years studies in college, training 4 hours relevant training, for experience 1 year relevant experience, and they need to pass the career service sub-professional or first level eligibility. If possible, they will be considered for the item. They will be assigned in the accounting unit, or place of assignment shall be in the accounting unit. So we have here the 3 applicants. The first and foremost, the documents that will be evaluated are the ETE, the qualifications, the education, training, and experience. So for Durian, as the first applicant, Durian for education, he finished the associate degree or 2 years in computer-based accounting, while Ms. Mangustin finished the associate degree or 2 years in bookkeeping and accounting, while Mr. Chico is a graduate of bachelor's degree in accounting and technology. So we will now compare the education, education in terms of education of the 3 applicants, Durian, Mangustin, and Chico. So after looking into the education qualification of the 3 applicants, we will now proceed to their training. Kasi E, education, T is for training, then E is for experience. So after looking into the documents that they have submitted in terms of the education, let's now move forward to their training. For Durian submitted the document that shows that he has this 24 hours training on budget preparation. And he attended this training last January 27 to 29, 2021. But for Mangustin, the second applicant, she also have attended the 24 hours training on automatic payroll deduction. So automatic payroll deduction, and she attended this training on September 16 to 18, 2020. For the third applicant, si Mr. Chico, he submitted a document showing that he attended this 8 hours training on liquidation of cash advances, and he attended this training last February 28, 2021. Okay, so after done with looking into their documents about their trainings attended, the evaluators now will proceed to looking into the documents that would show about their experience. So for Mr. Durian, the first applicant, he has been employed as Administrative Aid 4 or clerk from January 3, 2019 to present. So siya, Administrative Aid 4 from January 3, 2019 up to present. And remember that the open ranking system is dated October 3, 2022. So for Ms. Mangustin, in terms of her experience, she has been working as accounting staff from June 1, 2018 up to present. So that is the experience of Ms. Mangustin. And for Mr. Chico, the third applicant for the vacant position, he has been working as bookkeeper from March 2, 2020 up to present. So these are their documents submitted in their folder about that shows the documents related to their education, training, and experience. Okay, so presented in the previous slides about the qualification standards and the parenthetical title. Now, this is based on the minimum qualification standards of the position to be filled. And again, this is coming from the qualification standard is being set by the Civil Service Commission. So now, the HRMPSB shall determine the baseline level for computing the points for education, training, and experience using the increments table. So for education, what you can see at the bottom part, this can be seen in the 07 series of 2023. We have there the minimum requirement for Civil Service Commission approved qualification standards for others to a bookkeeper. For education, completion of 2 years, kung nakatapos ka lang ng 2 years, your level based on the increments table is 5. Training, 4 hours of relevant training, level 1. And experience, pag 1 year of relevant experience, you will belong to level 3. Okay, so the HRMPSB now shall also determine the level of the qualifications of the applicant using the increments table. I hope that you are following the presentation so that you can relate the topics or the idea or the contents of the presentation, no? So you can go along. So for education, no, again, Durian, associate degree or 2 years na ang natapos niya in computer-based accounting. So the level of that in the increment table, pag 2 years ang natapos ng applicant, it is level 5. So the same with Mangustin, 2 years na natapos niya, level 5 pa din. But in case of the third applicant, Chico, since he graduated bachelor's degree in accounting and technology, the level of that in the increment table is level 6. Level 6. That is for education. So in education, after looking into the document, no, so the members of the HRMPSB found out that for Durian, level 5 in terms of education, Mangustin level 5 also, and Chico level 6 because Chico finished 4-year course. So for training, again, I would like to refresh your memory that Mr. Durian have attended this 24 hours training. So the 24 hours training in the increment table, the level of that is 4. So the same with Mangustin, still she has attended this 24 hours training. They got the same level with Durian. So the level of that is 4. But in case of Mr. Chico, he only attended this 8 hours training on liquidation of cash advances. So the lesser the hours, the lesser is the level. So Mr. Chico got only level 2. So for experience, so experience of the first applicant, Mr. Durian, working as administrative assistant from January 3, 2019 to present. So that is only 3 years and 9 months. So pag 3 years and 9 months, as we will be referring this to the increment table, the level of this is 8. So level 8, see, Mr. Durian, in terms of his experience, because he earned this 3 years and 9 months. For Ms. Mangustin, she's been working as accounting staff now for 4 years and 4 months. So the higher experience you will get, you will have, the higher level also will be credited to the applicant. So since Ms. Mangustin has the experience of 4 years and 4 months, so her level in terms of experience is level 9. So for Mr. Chico, He's been working as bookkeeper from March 2020 to present. So his experience is only 2 years and 7 months. So when you have this experience of 2 years and 7 months, based on the increment table, your level is only level 6. So for experience, Dorian is 8, Mangustin is 9, and Chico is 6. Okay, so let's now move forward. After determining the baseline level, no, tapos na tayo nag-determine sa baseline level, the HRMPSB shall compute. Okay, compute na naman sila for the increments of the applicant's actual qualifications based on the submitted documentary requirements. So what do you mean by this word increments? So this increment, no, my dear applicants, is referring to the difference between the applicant's actual qualification level and the corresponding level of the minimum or baseline qualification standards requirements of the positions to be filled. So again, this increment is referring to the difference between the applicant's actual qualification level and the corresponding level of the minimum. No, when you say minimum, that is baseline qualification standards requirement of the positions to be filled. Now let's go back to the after evaluating the education training experience of these 3 applicants for the position. Mr. Dorian, Ms. Mangustin, and Mr. Chico. For education, now, we remember that the level of Mr. Dorian is 5. So, minus 5 because the education is only, this is based on the increment table, the education is only 2 years. So, ang qualification niya based on civil service is 2 years. Pag 2 years, 5. Since 2 years lang din ang natapos ni Mr. Dorian, so minus 5. So, 5 minus 5, ang increment niya is 0. So 0. In case of Mangustin, the same with Dorian, the education of Mangustin is also 2 years and the level of 2 years is 5. So the qualification standard is 5 din. So ang nakuha niya is 5 lang din kasi 2 years lang siya and the qualification standard is 2 years din na 5 din. So 5 minus 5 is 0. Now let's compare. Pareha ng points si Mr. Dorian at saka sa Ms. Mangustin in terms of education because the same din yung natapos sila na 2 years. But in case of Mr. Chico, instead of 2 years lang sana ang requirement, but Mr. Chico finished the 4-year course. So that is why his level is 6. And the qualification standard is only 2 years na ang level niya is 5. So, i-minus natin yung 6. Yan na tinatawag nating difference. 6 minus 5. So, si Mr. Chico has the increment of 1 in terms of his education. So, I hope you are now having the idea of how your education shall be computed by the members of the HRM PSB. So that is for education. Let's now proceed to the training. For training, the level of Mr. Dorian for training is level 4. So minus 1 kasi ang 1 doon is ang relevant training niya is I guess 1 year or for pila ganito yung training sa training ma-1 siya pag 4 minus 1 kasi ang 1 niya is the minimum qualification standard set by the civil service. So since my training siya na nag-gain, ang level niya as presented in the previous slide is 4, so i-minus natin yung 1. So 4 minus 1. So may increment si Dorian na 3 in terms of training. For Ms. Mangustin, the same with Mr. Dorian because ang level ni Ms. Mangustin din in terms of training, may na-attend siya na training na 4, ang level niya is 4, then the qualification standard set by civil service is 1. So, the increment of Miss Mangustin in terms of training is also 3. So for Mr. Chico, since he only got lower hours in terms of training, his level is only 2, then the qualification standard set by the civil service is 1. So 2 minus 1. So the increment of Mr. Chico is only 1. So the same process or the same steps shall be followed in terms of computing education and training, as being indicated in BO7 series of 2023. So for experience, so the level of experience of Mr. Durian is 8. So since the qualification standard set by civil service is 3, so we have to subtract 8 minus 3. So the increment of Mr. Durian in terms of experience is 5. So for Miss Mangustin, now Miss Mangustin has a higher years of experience compared to Mr. Durian. That is why her level of experience is 9. Then the minimum set by the civil service is 3 for experience. So 9 minus 3, the increment of Miss Mangustin is 6. So for Mr. Chico, his level in terms of experience, as being presented in the previous slide, is 6. And the minimum set by civil service is 3. So 6 minus 3, the increment of Mr. Chico is 3. So that is how your education, training, and experience shall be computed by the members of the HRMPSB based on the documents that every applicant is submitting in their folders. So the meeting the minimum or baseline qualification standards, requirements for education, training, and experience shall be given 0. So kung igo ra ka, kung hanggang nakamit ka lang ng minimum baseline qualifications, so kung for example, you present kanina, 2 years ang requirements sa civil service, tapos 2 years lang din ang nakuha mo or na-gain mo na education, your points will be 0. Comparing to Mr. Chico, if you have to look at the data, no, instead na 2 years lang ang requirements, but ang natapos ni Mr. Chico is 4 years, kaya mataas yung level niya 6. So may increment siya na 1. So I hope that you already clarified in terms of how your education, your training, and your experience shall be computed, no, by the members of the HRM PSB. Okay. So after computing the increments, let's now move forward to how will be the definite points that each applicant may get in their education, training, and experience. So after computing the number of increments from the minimum or baseline qualification requirements, the corresponding points earned by the applicant for education, training, and experience shall be determined using the rubrics for computation of points for education, training, and experience. So the rubric that is being mentioned in the screen is the same thing that can be seen on the left side, no? The left side on your respective screens. So it is being enclosed with a rectangle with red font. Salary grade 1 to 9. Ang vacant to none, general services positions. You have there education 5 points, training 5 points, and experience 20 points. In the first column, you have there the education, then the second training, and the third is experience. So if your increment, so after natin na minus kanina, if your increment level is 10 or more increments, so your point for education is 5. If your increment for education is ranging from 8 to 9, then your points will be 4. If you get 6 to 7, your final points will be 3. And if your increment is 4 to 5, your final points will be 2. And if only your increment is ranging from 1 to 3, your final point is 1. So I hope na malinaw yan. So for training also, if your your point after doing the increment, after doing the difference, the subtraction, 5 or more increments. If your increment is 5 or more, your final points for training is 5. But if your increment is 4, your final points is 4. If your increment for training is 3, your final points is 3. If your increments for training is 2, your final point is 2. And if your increment is only 1, then your final points for training is also 1. And for experience, if your increments from the qualification standards is 10 or more, bahala pag you exceed, even if you exceed 10, kasi 10 or more increments, still, your points for experience is 20. Because the maximum points for experience is 20. You don't have to exceed 20. So if your increment is ranging from 8 to 9, then your final point for experience is 16. If your increments in experience is ranging from 6 to 7, your final points is 12. And if you have this 4 to 5 increments, no, your final point is 8. And if your increments from the qualification standards ranging from 2 to 3, then your final points for experience is 4. So that is how the members of the HRMPSB will give you the points based on the things that are indicated in the guidelines as being stipulated in DO7 series of 2023. Now, for salary range and weighted allocation, so for salary grade 1 to 9, non-general services positions, yun na ang pinipresent ko kanina. So now, let's go back to the points that will be earned by our 3 applicants. So remember that our 3 applicants are Mr. Dorian, Ms. Mangustin, and Mr. Chico. So for Mr. Dorian's increments, 0 ang point niya sa education, 3 ang point niya sa training, and his experience, he is getting his final points of 8. So for Ms. Mangustin, 0 ang points niya for education, 3 ang kanyang points, final points for training, and she gets 12 points for experience. And Chico, Mr. Chico, the third applicant, his points, final points for education is 1, final points for training is also 1, and his final points for experience is 4. That is based on the documents that we submitted following the increments table and the computation as being presented in the previous slide. So I hope that you're already having the idea on how your documents shall be appraised by the member of the HRMPSB. Okay, so we're done with the education, training, and experience. So remember that for education, training, and experience, you will be getting the maximum of 30 points. Now for ETE. So let's now determine the remaining 70 points. So tapos na ang ETE. And that would over 30 points out of 100. So ang hahanapin natin ngayon ang 70 points. These 70 points will be distributed to your performance, outstanding accomplishments, application of education, application of learning and development, and potential. And this potential also will be distributed to written test, DEI, and work sample test. So if you can see on screen right now, we already have the final ratings of the applicant Dorian, Mangustin, and Chico based on their education, training, and experience. So what we will be looking now are the ratings that they may get on their performance, outstanding accomplishments, application of education, application of learning and development, and their potential. Okay, let's now move forward. When you speak of performance, So this is referring to the assessment of how the task, duties, and responsibilities are carried out or accomplished as evidenced by performance rating, document, or other means of verification. So that is referring to performance. So it is if an applicant to a position, no, an applicant to a position that requires prior work experience must submit most recent performance rating or ratings that would cover 1 year performance in the current and previous job or position that is relevant to the position to be filled. So if you can see, the word relevant is being bold, written in bold letters, but being highlighted because only experience relevant to the position to be filled shall be counted. So for positions that do not require previous experience, the performance may refer to academic achievements, board exam ratings, or similar measures. Again, for positions, yung sa taas, positions that require prior work experience. The statement written below or at the bottom are the positions that do not require previous experience. So if the applicant will have to submit, the performance may refer to the academic achievements, board exam ratings, or similar measures. So, for positions with experience requirement. So, remember, yung previous slide, telling us about positions with experience or positions that requires no experience. So, what you can see on screen right now are the performance for positions with experience requirement. So, the points is equals to x over 5 times the weighted average or performance. The x there stands for performance rating. 5 stands for the highest possible performance rating in DepEd RPMS. And for the WA, referring to the weight allocation for performance. So this would cover 10 points for general services and 20 points for other groups of positions or salary grades. No? So that is for performance with positions with required experience. So what are the means of verifications or what are the documents that the applicant should support? No? Should support with this particular criterion. So internal applicants, the RPMS or IPCR rating, we need to say applicants from DepEd. So for the external applicants, so the adjectival performance rating aligned with the RPMS 5-point rating scale. So what you can see on table is the RPMS rating scale with its corresponding midpoint value. So if you have this outstanding rating and the figure for this to the rating that you will be having the adjectival description of outstanding is ranging from 4.500 to 5. And the midpoint value for this is 4.75. If you have this very satisfactory rating or ranging from 3.500 to 4.499, the midpoint value is 3.995. So if you are satisfactory, in your IPCR, your rating is satisfactory, then when you will be rated satisfactory, you have this 2.500 to 3.499, and the midpoint value for this is 2.995. Unsatisfactory, 1.500 to 2.499. The midpoint value is 1.995. And if your IPCR is rated poor, below 1.499, then the midpoint value for this is 0.995. You have to remember that the numerical or adjectival ratings not aligned with RPMS 5-point scale, you have to transmute the performance rating to get the corresponding points. How this change shall be done? You have to take note of this, that the applicants applying for positions with experience requirement but no available PR, no, will get 0 score. No? So, ang applicants that are applying for positions with experience, pag may required na experience, but they cannot present their performance rating, automatically they will get 0 score. No proxy measure will be considered in the absence of performance rating. Meaning to say, only performance rating shall be the document that will be considered if the applicant is applying for positions with experience requirement. I hope that you are taking note of that. So, now, let's go back to our 3 applicants. First, what we can see now is Mr. Dorian, the first applicant. Mr. Dorian is applying for ADAS 2, and he is currently working as administrative assistant for or clerk in SDO Davao City. He presented the document that his IPCR or performance rating got the rating of 4.356. And this rating covered the rating period of calendar year 2018. Based on the formula that is being presented in the previous slide, the rating, no, the formula is X is the performance, no, the rating. The rating of Mr. Dorian is 4.356 divided by 5 because that 5 is the highest rating based on the RPMS rating scale. Then the weight, no, the average weight for that is 20. The weight, so that is times 20. So Mr. Dorian will get the final points in his performance 17.424. That is after computing using the formula provided in the previous slide. Okay, so that was Mr. Dorian. Now, okay. Okay, so thank you, sir. Okay, so I will now proceed to Ms. Mangustin. So Ms. Mangustin is the second applicant for the position, and also Ms. Mangustin is applying for ADAS 2. She has worked as accounting staff in the Procter & Gamble Corporation. So the performance of Ms. Mangustin as presented in her document is not the same with Mr. Dorian because ang nakalagay doon sa kanyang performance is strong. So, we can see on screen below sa kanyang sa Procter & Gamble, this is how they are being rated. Pag below expectations, ang rating niya is, numerical rating is 1. Then pag 2 ang kanyang numerical rating, that is needs improvement. Pag 3, good. Then 4 is strong. And 5 is role model. So pag, let's compute that particular rating based on our RPMS. So, strong siya, meaning to say 4 ang kanyang points. So, looking at the RPMS rating scale, ang very satisfactory si Miss Mangustin. So, the rating is between 3.5 to 4.499. So, the midpoint value is 3.995. So, let's go to the computation. Strong is equals to very satisfactory in RPMS. The midpoint value is 3.995 over 5 divided by 5 times 20. So the points that Ms. Mangustin gets from his performance is 15.98 points. So for Mr. Chico, he's been applying also as for ADAS 2, and he worked as bookkeeper in SND or San Miguel Brewery Corporation. So automatic na ang performance that they have utilized in their company, automatic points, no? 82.35. So how do you give points for his performance? So we will give him the points of 16.47, multiplying immediately 82.35% times 20. Yan. But for positions with no experience requirement, still, no, points or performance times over 100 times weighted average. Again, X stands for board exam rating kasi no experience man ito. So board exam rating or civil service exam rating or the general weighted average transmuted to percentage scale. So 5 is the highest possible performance rating in the DepEd RPMS, and WA is weight allocation for performance. So again, 10 points for general services and 20 points for other groups of position or salary grades. So the documents that will be supported as MOVs or means of verification for positions with no experience requirement, the applicant should support or submit the board exam rating, the civil service exam rating, the GWA or general weighted average in the highest grade level attained, transmuted to a percentage scale for general services positions for positions with no eligibility requirement. So we have here, for all our graduates covered by Presidential Decree 907, for summa cum laude graduates, so they will be given the points of 20 points. For magna cum laude, 90 points, and for cum laude, 18 points. That is for graduates who receive Latin honors, no, under Presidential Decree number 907. So let's now go back to our 3 applicants. We will treat this applicant for ADA 3. No, he is Mr. Pomelo, applicant for ADA 3 or driver. Finished 2 years in college and his general weighted average is 88.50. So how to give him the rating of his performance? So automatic na, since 88.50, we have to divide that into 100. And times 10, so the total point that Mr. Pomelo would get in his performance is 8.85. So an applicant with prior experience who applies to a position that do not require experience, his performance rating shall be the basis for giving points. Okay, so based on the presentation done in the previous slides, now we already have the rating for our 3 applicants in terms of their performance. Mr. Dorian gets the rating for performance of 17.4424, Mangustin 15.98, and Chico 16.47. So we are done with computing their rating on performance. Let's now move forward to the outstanding accomplishments. So what is this outstanding accomplishments? So outstanding accomplishments are the meritorious contributions of applicants such as ideas, inventions, or discoveries duly recognized by the authorized body, which have direct link to the KRA of the applicant's current or previous position. So they must have led, or the applicant must have led to positive results in the workplace through increased economy in operation, increased production, and or improving working standards. So for the components of this accomplishment, outstanding accomplishments for non-teaching positions, for awards and recognition for points, research or innovation, research or, we need to say, the applicant can present research or either innovation. And the maximum points that we would get is 4 points. For subject matter expert or membership in NTWG or committee, 3 points. Resource speakership or learning facilitation, 2 points. And NAIAP accredited learning facilitator, 2 points. So the points allocated in the table shown shall serve as the maximum or ceiling points that may be earned for each component. The points earned from each component are cumulative to determine the total points for outstanding accomplishments, but not to exceed the weight allocation. For outstanding accomplishments, as stipulated in the point system for evaluative assessment for all job group positions. So awards given by the reputable award-giving bodies like Civil Service Commission, Metrobank, MEDA, DepEd, and others in the national level shall be given automatic 5 points for positions or for general services positions and 10 points for other groups or positions. So eligible outstanding accomplishments should be only those earned after the last promotion. Okay, so let's now move forward to the awards and recognition. So the citation and commendation, this will only apply to general services positions. For academic or inter-school awards, applies to applicants with no or less than 1 year experience or they are fresh graduates. For outstanding employee awards, this would apply to applicants with prior experience or those applying to positions with experience requirement. So now, for citation and commendation, the means of verification that will be included, no, that will be looked into by the members of the HRMPSB is the letter of citation or commendation from previous employer. Now, if the applicant has 3 or more letters of citation, she will be credited with 4 points. If the applicant will support 2 letters of citation, she will be given 3 points. But if the applicant only has this 1 letter citation, she will be given 2 points. So for academic or inter-school awards, the MOVs that will be supported or that will be submitted by the applicant is 3 or are 3. A is academic or inter-school award. B is certification or any document showing top-notching board examination. And certificate or any document showing TOSP award. So how they will be given the respective points? If the applicant has at least 3 academic or inter-school awards, board exam top-notcher or top 10, or TOSP award, he will get 4 points. At least 2 academic or inter-school awards, 3 points. And if he only has at least 1 academic or inter-school awards, he will get 2 points. For outstanding employee award, we have 2 MOVs for this, no? The first MOV is any issuance or memorandum or document showing the criteria for the search and the certificate of recognition or merit. So, how this particular award shall be credited to the applicant? So, if the applicant from the external institution has this organizational level search or higher, he will get 4 points. But if it is only local office search, she will be given only 2 points. If the applicants from national office, then he will receive this award as national level search or higher, so she will be given 4 points. But if it is within the central office search, only 2 points. For applicants from the regional office, then he will receive award coming from the national level search or higher. So he will be credited with 4 points, but within your regional office search only, he will only be receiving 2 points. Applicants from schools division office, then the award that we receive is coming from the regional level search or higher, so he will get this 4 points. But for division or within provincial or city level search, he will be credited only with 2 points. For applicants from the schools, then he will get the awards or the employee award, division level search or higher, so he will receive 4 points. But if the applicant receive an award from the school or within municipality or district level, so he will be given only 2 points. So in case of Mr. Dorian, he is applying for ADAS 2 and currently working as administrative assistant for in Davao City, and he received an outstanding employee award at the division level, then he will only be given 2 points. For dili mo happen. For Miss Mangostin, no, he won best employee at the office level. So it is only within the office. So she will get or she will be credited with only 2 points. For Mr. Chico, the last applicant for the position, no, wala siya, hindi siya nakatanggap ng award, but his employer, previous employer, sent a letter of commendation. So, why is it that Mr. Chico got 0 points, no, has no points in terms of his outstanding accomplishment? Because that letter of commendation can only be credited to positions, no, that is applicable to general services positions only. So citation and commendation shall apply to general services position. So awards from the same award-giving body, such as searches that are progressive or nominative to higher level, only the highest level award shall be considered. Okay, so applicants of general services position who underwent a search process for outstanding employee award and has been conferred the award, the computation of points indicated in the outstanding employee awards shall apply. Whichever is higher shall prevail. So awards given by the reputable award-giving bodies like Civil Service, Metrobank, NEDA, DepEd, LGU in the national level shall be given automatic 5 points for for general services positions. So we will now proceed to research or innovation. Again, it is either research or innovation. So these are the following MOVs that needs that will be support that will serve as support to your research or innovation. We have 5. Proposal, accomplishment report, certification of utilization, certification of adoption, and proof of citation by the other researchers. So if the applicant under this particular criterion will present A, B, C, and E, so she will be given 4 points. And if the applicant will only present the MOVs A, B, C, and D, still, she will be given 4 points. And if the applicant will only present A, B, and C MOVs, the point that she will get is 3. And if the applicant will present only A and B, the point that he will get is 2. And kung isa lang, letter A lang, the point that will be given to the applicant is 1. So for subject matter expert or member of the NTWG Technical Working Group, National Technical Working Group, we have 3 MOVs, no, that will be supported in this particular criterion. We have A, issuance or memorandum showing the membership, then certificate of participation, then the output or adoption by the DepEd. So if all of the 3 MOVs are present in the document of the applicant, so she will be receiving 3 points, but if only A and B, only 2 points shall be credited to the applicants. So for resource speakership or learning facilitation, we have 3 MOVs under this. First is issuance or memorandum or invitation or even training matrix. Then the second is certificate of recognition, merit or commendation, and the third is a slide deck, used and or even session guides. So for resource speakership for learning facilitation, so if the applicant is coming from the external institutions, if organizational level speakership or higher, so she will get 2 points, but if it is only local office level, 1 point. If the applicant is coming from the national office, then he is serving as national level So in case of Mr. Chico, no MOVs submitted. So pag walang MOVs, automatic 0 points. So the criteria for awards of recognition, innovation, or research for salary grades 1 to 9, for Durian, applicant Durian, he received 2 points. For Mangustin, 2 points for awards and recognition. And for Mr. Chico, 0 points. For innovation or research, the highest point for this is 4. Only Mangustin received 3 points. The other 2 applicants, 0 points. For Durian got the point of 1 also for Mangustin, and 0 for Chico. For outstanding accomplishment, Durian has 3 points, Mangustin has 6 points, and Chico, no points. So, points given for outstanding accomplishments are cumulative across components but not to exceed the maximum points or rate allocation for outstanding accomplishments. So, we already have the rating for outstanding accomplishments for these 3 applicants in that particular position. Let's now move forward for application of education. So this is the contribution made by an applicant to their workplace as a result of their learnings from their education. Points shall be successfully given to an applicant who has successfully applied the learnings. So that learning must have led to significant positive results in the current or previous work. So for positions with no experience requirement, the GWA in the highest grade level earned, but this GWA shall be supported with the transcript, diploma, and special order. So we have there the rubrics that should be followed by the members of the HRMPSB in order to give points of the applicants for application in education. So these are the MOVs to action plan, accomplishment report, and certification of utilization. If the applicants will present if the presented evidence is relevant to the job, so the applicant with all MOVs 10 points. If not relevant, he will only be given 5 points. If only A and B, but these documents are relevant, he will get 7 points. A and B submitted but not relevant, he will receive 3 points. Only A, relevant documents, 5 points, but not relevant, only 1 point. So how can we say that particular documents are relevant when the intervention applied is directly applicable? So if opposite to relevant, if it is not applicable, so that is not relevant for the purpose of determining points. So for Mr. Durian, action plan, title, process, flow chart for approved by the SDS last December 2018. So he submitted all the MOV. He submitted that particular MOVs, so he will receive 5 points. For Ms. Mangustin, approved action plan on the Excel-based plantilla management tool, only A and B, so 3 points. So for Mr. Chico, action plan and accomplishment report only on the creative ways of advertising, so he will only receive 5 points because utilized by the office with certification from the head of office. So the rating that shall be credited to Mr. Chico is only 5. So we are done with their application of education. So the point earned by Mr. Durian, instead of maximum of 10, he only gets 5. For Ms. Mangustin, 3, and Mr. Chico, 5. Now let's the training. So this learning and development or training is proven success of the learnings gained from the HRD interventions done or attended, which must have led to significant positive results in the applicant's current or previous work. So these are the MOVs for the application of L&D. So if all the MOVs has been presented with the applicant, if it is relevant after thorough appraisal of the document, so she will be given 10 points. But if the documents, even the applicant presented all of it, but it's not relevant, she will only receive 5 points. If only A, B, and C, relevant documents, 7 points. Not relevant with the 3 MOVs presented, she will only get 3 points. If only A and B, and it is relevant, the applicant will receive 5 points. And if it is not relevant, he will only receive 1 point. So again, that is how to determine whether the documents presented is relevant or not relevant. So for okay, so I am back once again. No, so we are so sorry for the inconvenience. No, we really have difficulty in terms of power interruption, but we always have to look into the brighter side of it. That means that the on and off presence of electricity is telling us, indirectly telling us, that Christmas is really waving. Okay, so let's now proceed to the points that that the first applicant, Mr. Durian, will get out from the MOVs that the that he presented on learning and development, the application of L&D. So the MOVs that he presented would credit him to get the 10 points. So for Ms. Mangustin, so she has presented this certificate of training, 3 MOVs. So for this particular criterion, she will get 3 points. For Mr. Chico, in this particular criterion, he also submitted 3 MOVs, and with the MOVs that he presented, he gets 3 points. So we have now the points that our 3 applicants get for application of LND. For Durian, he gets 10. For Ms. Mangustin, she gets 3. And for Mr. Chico, he gets 3 also. So after application of learning and development, now we will proceed to the last criterion of this particular item, the potential that would cover the written test, BI, and work sample test. BI is behavioral event interview. So for the potential, this is the capacity and ability of an applicant to assume the duties and responsibilities of the position to be filled, and those higher positions that are more technical in nature. So these are the components, just like what I said. So for potential, for written examinations, so the highest point that an applicant may get is 5 points. For skills or work sample test, 10 points, and for behavioral events interview, the maximum point that the applicant could get is 5 points. For written examination, this is the standardized examination which measures the knowledge, language, proficiency, ability to present ideas, judgment, and leadership ability. So that is the formula that will be used by the members of the HRMPSB to give rating of the applicant in consideration to his written examination. And this is also for the skills or some work sample test. That is the formula. And the test and evaluation rubrics must be designed with the subject matter experts as requested by the members of HRMPSB, depending on the type of skills test required by the position to be filled. For BEI or behavioral events interview, this will be done to collect detailed, complete information about the candidate relative to a specific position to predict how the candidates will perform. So the BEI may be used to assess the following areas: aptitude, characteristics or traits, fitness, or other areas that may be identified by the HRM PSB. The points allocated for DEI components shall be the maximum or ceiling points. Then the HRM PSB shall determine the appropriate areas relevant to the position to be filled. So for Mr. Durian, his written examination is 4.25. The written skills test is 8.5, and the behavioral event interview is 3.5. The total point that he will get from this is 16.25 points. For Ms. Mangustin, the written examination is 3.5. Then the written sample test is 7.75, and the BEI is 3. The total point that Ms. Mangustin for this potential is 14.25. For Mr. Chico, his written examination is 3.25. Then the written sample test is, skills test is 7.5, and the BEI is 2.25. The total number of points for Mr. Chico in potential is 13 points. So we have now the potential, the points that they get for potential based from the written test, BEI, work sample test. For Mr. Durian, he gets the total of 16.25. Ms. Mangustin gets 14.25, and Mr. Chico, the rating, the point for Mr. Chico for potential is 13. So, if you can see on screen, lahat sa kanila, lahat na ng mga criteria has been filled up. The total points of Mr. Durian is 62.674. For Ms. Mangustin, 57.24. And for Mr. Chico, 43.47. So the other evaluative assessment, the ethics-oriented and personality development test may be employed, in which results will be used by the appointing authority in hiring decisions. We also have this BI, background investigation. So this BI may be required by the appointing authority. When we speak about appointing authority, it is our schools division superintendent. This BI will be required when necessary. So, we're done with the computation of the education, training, and experience, 30 points, and other components, 70 points. So, the total for Mr. Dorian, once again, is 62.674. Mangustin is 57.23. And Chico, Mr. Chico, is 43.47. So, that ends our presentation for how your documents shall be appraised by the members of the HRMPSB. I hope that all of us, all of the applicants present in the virtual, in this online orientation are guided on how their documents shall be appraised so that the moment comes on July 18, I guess, no, during your open ranking, you are already aware on the steps that shall be adhered by the members of the HRMPSB. That would be all. We are now ready to answer whatever might be the questions you are having right now, and that shall be answered by the members of the HRMPSB. Thank you, and this is Mr. Antonio Ganob presenting. Prince, ikaw na sila.
Thank you, Sir Ton, our education program supervisor. And this moment, let's proceed to the question and answer portion. So, at this time, ito na yung time na magtatanong kayo if you have clarifications, if you have queries, just drop it down sa ating comment or sa ating question. Ba yan? Comment section. So, we have a question here. Kanino ba to? Anonymous? Sige, question. Pwede po ba ipahabol yung performance rating ko po, sir? Kakabigay lang po ng employer po. Salamat. Return. O, pwede ba daw? So, ang sagot po natin dito is hindi na po pwede kasi once cut off, ando na yung deadline, hindi na po mag-cater ng mga follow-up na or pahabol ng mga papers for submission. So, once pasok na po cut off na po ng deadline, hindi na po pwede. So, yun po. So, do we have any other question? Wala na? Or siguro nagtatype pa yung iba.
Wala na?
Yung kasi pangalaman ni Sir Jerry pa rin.
So ano, mag-aantay pa ba tayo ng questions galing sa ating mga participants or I guess wala na tayong mga questions or I guess na it was delivered well. Alright, so I guess mag-aantay tayo ng mga ilang minuto para sa ating mga participants. Siguro meron pa mga katanungan dyan, so I guess we'll just have to wait, no? Para mas productive yung natin ngayon, online orientation. Drop na yung mga katanungan nyo para at least masagot natin isa-isa.
When is the schedule for BEI?
O, ayan. When is the schedule for BEI po?
Now we will issue for that question. Thank you, Sir Prince. No, so as of today, this is an advanced information since the division office will be issuing a division memorandum as to the particular schedule of having that BEIs and the other processes. That will be on July 18 and July 19, and the venue for this shall be in Tawagan, and Dumalinaw. Tawagan is in Labangan. I guess that is Labangan 2. And the other venue is in Dumalinaw district. No? Dumalinaw district. So we are just informing you in advance. But in terms of its issuance, the memorandum is already in the office of the Schools Division Superintendent. And once it is being signed, that will be released. So kindly check na lang in our FB page. Thank you.
Sir Tony,
email ba?
next question. Sir, email na po ba yung schedule namin for interview?
Okay. So, thank you. Thank you again, no, Sir Sir. So, in terms of your schedule as to when will you undergo interview, according to our human resource, no, personnel, so your respective schedule shall be sent through your respective emails. And the venue, no, I would like to go back to the question that has been raised for the venue. Dumalinaw, July 18, 2023, the venue shall be in Dumalinaw Regional Pilot School Regular for Administrative Assistant 3 applicants and Dumalinaw Regional Pilot School SPED for Administrative Assistant 2 applicants. And for Labangan 2, that will be on July 19, 2023, and the specific venue shall be on Tawagan Norte Central Elementary School. For Administrative Aid 3, 4, and 6 applicants, and in Tawagan Norte National High School for Registrar, PDO 1 and PDO 2 applicants. So I hope that you are already guided on the schedule and the respective venues so that you will know as to the particular place you will go on your respective schedules. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Sir Ton. Next one, paano po namin malalaman yung list of names kung anong batch kami?
Okay, again, so you will be informed because the schedule and the respective names of respective batches will be also sent to your email.
Next one, in hiring po as registrar, is it, ano yan? Two per district school? Is it 2 per district school po or 2 lang po talaga overall?
Pag vacant. Okay, so as of now, we only have 2 vacant items for registrar for the entire schools division office.
Okay. Next one. Do we need to bring the original documents?
Okay, so we are giving the advice to the applicants that it is much better if you will bring with you the original documents so that the moment that the members of the HMPSB will appraise the documents and then they will be looking for the original, these documents are already available in your hand.
Right. Next one. Good morning po. Sabay na po ba interview, written exams, skills test, and other activities?
Okay, so in terms of conducting the interview, written exams, and skills test, that will be done in one day. That will be done in one day in the respective schedule that has been mentioned.
Parang
Ano na, yun na, release na.
sana?
Okay, so Prince, I just would like to inform the applicants that the division memorandum is already available in the website of our schools division office in terms of the schedule and the respective venue that has been mentioned. They can access that in our website.
So, ayun, mas malina na yung sir. Sana? Meron pa tayo, ano? Meron pa ba tayo?
Ano siya pag-inform ang mga applicant?
Meron pa ba? I guess wala na. Wala na tayong mga question. Wala na din sa platform natin. And I guess,
Okay, so Prince, we just would like to inform our applicants present in the platform or even those who failed to listen to our orientation that the proceedings of this online orientation has been recorded and this will be streamed. No, this will be streamed in our YouTube channel. So if ever there are applicants or there are things that are not yet clear as of the moment, pwede ninyo doon i-access sa ating YouTube channel para mapakinggan ninyo uli and you will be guided on the things that you need to follow, you need to do in consideration to your application. That's all, Prince.
all right. Thank you, Sir Ton. And I guess that would be all. Wala na tayong mga katanungan dyan. Meron pa? Meron pa mga pahabol.
Mana. Dalawa ang in-applyan, tapos qualified sa dalawa.
Yan.
Sama na.
Question, paano po yung dalawa ang ina-applyan tapos qualified sa dalawa? Kailangan po ba pumili kung saan mag-attend doon?
Okay, so in that particular situation, I think the applicant who applied for the 2 vacant positions, then she or he has to undergo the same process in the 2 applications that he applied. So, dalawa din yung ano niya, i-undergo na processes.
Next one.
How about sa others 2?
Hi sir, how about po sa ADAS 2 disbursing officer? Ilan po vacant?
Okay, so in consideration as to what specific number of vacancies is ADAS 2,
based from our HR, it is more than 50 items vacant for others too.
Next one. Next question, how many available positions for
PDO1.
PDO1?
One.
For PDO1, we only have one vacant position for PDO1.
Meron pa? Sana? I guess that would be all sa ating online orientation for our teaching, non-teaching position. So for our speaker today, thank you, Sir Ton, for the inputs. And in behalf of our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. General A. Alima, CISO 6, we would like to thank everyone involved sa ating online orientation for today. To our two ASDSs, Dr. Raymond M. Salvador, CISO 6, and Dr. Jerry C. Bukingkito, CC. And to our SGOD Chief, Dr. Gay A. Abduhan, to our CID Chief, Juliet A. Magallanes, to our Administrative Officer 5, Ma'am Zinaida Imago, and of course, thank you din, salamat din sa ating sa ating Senior Education Program Specialist, Sir Ebenezer B. Malilay Jr., and of course, our speaker for today, our Education Program Supervisor, Antonio O. Canob, and of course, our Education Program Specialist 2, Ma'am Marmelina Cibalios, and our Human Resource Management Officer 2, Ma'am Eva G. Castro, and to our ITO, our production team headed by our ITO Officer, Sir Chester Don E. Bayukot, and with his companion, Sir John Ray M. Flores, and also Sir Mark B. Akdal. And I guess nabanggit ko na lahat. Wala nang nakalimutan. Thank you everyone for the also sa ating mga participants now. Thank you everyone for your time and your attention dito sa ating online orientation. Once again, thank you sa ating mga participants, and yun lang. And good luck, recollect sa ating mga qualified applicants. And that would be all. Thank you and God bless everyone.